fine shot from O'Sullivan. He's in a lot of trouble here. It was effortless, that safety shot from Ronnie there. This looks a very difficult escape. Well, this has got to be mighty thin if he's going to play off this bottom red. Oh, mighty thin, he hit it. That's a good comeback.
An appreciative tap on the table from O'Sullivan. He knew how difficult that was.
Ronnie's got a similar shot, but you wouldn't have thought it was quite so awkward with the red not so near to the bottom cushion. Black is potentially in the way if he catches it too thick. They'll be on the way back. It's the other part of the shot, but I don't think it's too bad hitting the green. Touch of left-hand side on that to ensure he didn't crash into the black as well. And Ronnie again taps the table. The red's very nicely placed, and both players are aware that one error could be very costly. Other times when the balls are safe, you don't think the mistakes are going to be punished, but not necessarily here. Trying to lay on the three reds down the table from this.
One.
Well, the bonus is that Davis can now trickle up behind the yellow.
Mark Davis, 1.
I think he's going twice across for the same three reds as last time. This is a more difficult shot though. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful shot. That wasn't an easy escape.
O'Sullivan, a master of all phases of the game, not just potting and break building, not just creative safety, but defensive safety as well.
He's going to have to be a master of another escape or playing over the top of the yellow here. It's the first of those. Again, the three reds, the target, as they have been the last couple of shots. That wasn't all that difficult. Left the red on, but I don't think Mark can get anywhere near a colour, so it's no use to him. I've been asked many times, Clive, I'm sure you have, who the greatest snooker player ever is, and it's of course an impossible question to answer in what's been achieved at the game. You look at Steve Davis, you look at Joe Davis, and you look at Stephen Hendry, probably Hendry of them all, but in some ways the answer is O'Sullivan. 5 world titles, but even then, just in the nature of the way that he plays this game, he's the best I've seen.
Well, I'd go along with that, Neil. He didn't hit that safety quite right. He didn't want to be contacting the middle pocket jaw. I always say vis-a-vis O'Sullivan, all great players make the game look easy, but only O'Sullivan can make it look preposterously easy.
He's playing a thin safety here. This is very difficult. He's done okay. He's not played it absolutely perfectly. He scrambled back to just short of the bulk line, which is something. He knows Mark Davis has got a red to go at, but the pressure will be on it.
One.
Very congested around the black spot. Mark having a little look at what there is. He's also now working out whether the pink spot is free. What would he like? I guess he certainly doesn't want to get it onto the pink spot. He would like to perhaps try and move that red away here that's lying on the black spot. Well, he's done that. That's turned out very well. Not entirely as planned, but good direction on that shot.
8.
He's looked to see if the black will go into the left corner. The answer was no. Of course, it's yes from now on in.
9.
So an early chance to make some kind of take a foothold into this match, which I think Mark Davis really needs to do. If I'm honest, I don't think he's got a huge amount of support in the audience. Nothing against him, but everyone, I believe, has come to see Ronnie, but that's not his concern. He's there to try and win this title.
Well, I think he'll certainly be up for the challenge of playing O'Sullivan. It could be said that because no one expects him to win,
15.
he's not under any pressure, but if he did get anywhere near a winning position, there'd be pressure then. Pressure of nailing down a great win.
Now that's not worked out very well, and of course the pink seems to have covered the blue to the top right pocket. She wants to sneak the blue into the middle. Don't see how the break can continue. You might have to try that. And the cue ball could be running loose if it goes in. It's not going to reach.
Mark Davis.
Wasn't a very nice shot to be faced with, actually. Ronnie would have hoped for something easy to start with than that shot. Now Mark knows that the red he's playing, he crashes into the one below it, so again he's got no real control, but the blue's quite close to the middle. He should have a shot at that one. And that's fine.
1.
Not very well played.
6.
No, by no means. And I don't see any reason why he couldn't have had a lot more control over that shot. It wasn't like he was close to the side cushion, and when he's got a hand on the table, he can either run through and hit the side cushion first, or just misjudged it completely.
Mark Davis 6.
Well, this could be the chance that O'Sullivan has been hoping for. The red passes the other one.
One. Seven. Eight. $15. 16.
Now, how's he going to negotiate this? He's looked at the reds down the cushion. Could play on the other one, but Ronnie never seems to shirk the issue. If he's straight on this, it's not so bad. 10 in front, he's checked the scores. Plenty more work to be done.
24.
Now things start to get more awkward.
31.
If he's considering
32.
the cannon on the left-hand red. Well, you need them both. Just checking that. And he's played a cannon. Lead now 26 points. So,
39.
as I say, requires the other red as well. He's taken these pretty well.
40.
And he knows that he won't need to play on a colour from this. That might make a difference. Mind you, the way he's got the angle here, he has no option. So, frame ball.
47.
This will take away a lot of nerves, I think, if this goes in for Ronnie O'Sullivan. Very, very nice.
48.
Well, not as usual standard of positional play for the yellow, but
55.
it's too late to make any material difference to this frame.
$57.
Left-handed.
$60.
So after 20 minutes of bits and pieces,
69.
O'Sullivan clinches the opening frame.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan 69.
With a break of 69.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
So, 1-0 to O'Sullivan.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions tournament. This is Group 1, the last group to be decided. O'Sullivan and Davis are at the table. O'Sullivan has taken the first with a break of 69 as we pick up the action at the start of the second.
Mark Davis, a professional for 22 years, and for all but 2 or 3 of those, he could reasonably be described as a journeyman pro. Solid enough player without doing anything spectacular, but then his standard leapt forward.
Well, the double kiss could have been horrible, but I don't see anything easy once again for Ronnie. There appears to be nothing on, so slight reprieve. I think Mark Davies is going to have to play really well to win this match. We know it's a best of 7, but this feels quite an occasion. He's going to have to rise to it.
Well, it's an occasion for anybody who plays O'Sullivan.
Even more so these days, Clive. I mean, obviously, Ronnie didn't used to win everything prior to the time when he got the 2 world titles. He'd won in Germany that season when he got the title back for the 4th time. But almost the fact that he doesn't play in every tournament now has added to the aura about him.
Well, may have pulled in slightly to the near jaw on the nap, but it was difficult anyway.
Yeah, I think it did. It's barely pulled in a couple of millimetres. Wasn't exactly a shot to nothing with this red available, but Mark will have to go into reds. He's going to play this with tops. He's going to try and plough through the reds here. Could have been worse.
1.
Davis's career started to go forward when he came under the
7.
wing of Stephen Feeney, former bank manager from Norwich, snooker enthusiast, who's brought up a sight-right method of coaching, and it certainly seemed to work for Davis for a while, although that relationship has now broken up. Well, can't afford to miss those.
8.
No, that wasn't difficult. Now look at that pocket there, inviting. It's right into the pocket at its largest point, if you like, and as you say, they've got to go in if he's got any hope here.
One. Five. Six. Twelve. $13.
Well, O'Sullivan's quite capable of creating his own chances. The last thing you want to do is serve them up on a plate, as Davis has in this instant.
Might have had a
20.
reprieve, though, because well, he isn't sure whether he can get to that red. He's got the one down the table, but this will be a good queuing shot. Nowhere near it. Hit across that one.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 20.
20. You've got to call that a let-off. That is Mick Price, who was O'Sullivan's opponent when he made his 5 minutes 20 seconds maximum at the Crucible.
No, he's given a chance away. Must admit, I didn't recognise Mick Price. Realised that was him. He was a good player.
Beat Jimmy White a couple of times, and anybody who qualifies for the Crucible is going to be pretty good. Meanwhile,
1.
Davis has missed his intended position by a wide margin. Price
Davis, 1.
got into the 40s in the world rankings, but eventually decided he'd had enough, and life was more than a succession of snooker matches. Works as a maths teacher now.
Misjudged. Hit it too thick. Cue ball didn't make the bulk line, never mind the bulk cushion. Nice way of playing the shot around two cushions.
1.
Means you could really get through the cue ball there and let it flow freely, rather than play the one cushion hold for the black. So, another chance for O'Sullivan.
8. 9.
Ronnie really does get through the
16.
ball beautifully. That cue goes through a good few inches once he's hit the ball. Means you can accelerate through the ball and
17.
get good work on it. Most natural player with the most natural cue action I've seen.
$19. 20.
Right now, it doesn't even feel like Ronnie's flat out in this match. He's just breezing along. Okay, we know that Mark hasn't settled yet, but like so many matches I've seen from Ronnie recently, almost in second gear. And often that's enough.
27. $34. 35.
Always knew that the blue was hanging over a pocket if he needed it.
Which will make him 51 in front, with exactly that many on. That was a bad misjudgment on Ronnie's part. Top spin will always stop the ball going very far, but there you can see the equation.
40.
It'll be 3 reds, 3 blacks and all the colours for Mark Davis to tie the frame only. What a shot. What a shot.
41.
Well, it sure was. The frame was virtually in the bag, but what a clincher.
Indeed, I mean, it was in live play. It was an
47.
exhibition shot.
48.
Can develop the red here. Missed the cannon though.
He'll try the double to the right middle.
54.
I don't know if it really matters that much to him, I don't think, though.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 54 on the frame.
Welcome back to the Group 1 match between Ronnie O'Sullivan and Mark Davis. In this best-of-7 encounter, it's O'Sullivan who has taken the opening 2 frames as we pick up the action at the start of the third.
O'Sullivan not under any pressure as yet.
No, that won't help. It's not really unlucky when you hit that jaw. It's been ill-directed. And I'd agree, if it was a horse race right now, you'd say that Ronnie was still on the bridle. Not really out of a canter. It might change, of course.
One.
Now it's got to be low enough if he
6.
plays on the black.
7.
The red is halfway obstructing, but he's absolutely fine there. He made it look like nothing at all, that last shot. Got a feeling he might have changed his mind on that one as well, but master of the delicate cannon.
14. $15. 22. 23.
You can see the right-hand red will go, although saving that one for a couple of shots down the line.
30.
Got the left-handed option here, which we take for granted, of course. And play all the
31.
shots left-handed, like a little stun run through there. Some players will struggle to play that with their right hand or their normal playing hand.
38.
Just investigating whether the red to the left of the one that's on also pots. If not, I think he'll be going into them. That looks incredibly tight, actually. I would
39.
expect him to go into these, and the reds are well placed here. He could almost arc the cue ball through the pack here. Shots on. Well, be unlucky not to be on something. He's played it well. Just felt like a pack that he could arc into, and he wouldn't lose the cue ball.
.47.
Nice shot to recover matters. Yeah, slightly decelerated on that one and nearly overcut it, but
54.
doesn't really look like missing in this break. The other thing is, it all happens so quickly with
55.
O'Sullivan. This frame is only 4 minutes old, and it's almost over, it feels.
Well, I think it soon may be
62.
for Mark Davis.
63.
Well,
70.
frame time here is 4 minutes 42, and this frame is over.
71.
And he doesn't seem to be in any way rushing.
78.
Part of the secret, of course, is pinpoint positional play.
79.
Despite that kick, doesn't have to think much about the shot because it's exactly the shot he was expecting to play.
Lovely break, just one blue so
86.
far. He can make 145 here.
87.
Now, the next shot will be a difficult one, though.
94.
Oh, lovely shot. He can't make as many anymore now. He's slightly down in break, but this has been exceptionally nice to watch.
He reaches the sanctuary in 5 minutes 17 seconds.
101. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 101.
And with that 101, O'Sullivan extends his lead to 3-0.
The fourth frame. Mark Davis to break.
O'Sullivan leads 3-0 after only 45 minutes play. And the third frame, in fact, was only 6 minutes 31 seconds because of O'Sullivan's 5 minutes 12-second century.
Yeah, Mark Davis is in first. It's what he needs. He just needs to get something happening quickly.
Six. Mark Davis, 6.
That red usually within Davis's normal range of ability.
That's a difficult opener for Ronnie. So much though that he played safe. Now they'll keep the pressure on. Why wouldn't he? Don't take anything for granted. At the moment he looks the only winner. But you never quite know what's ahead. Very difficult shot to play on these tables where the cushions slide. The right hand side safety shot, trying to whip it round the angles to get inside the line of the blue. Well, he never quite made it, but he was lucky with the kiss he got. Well, Mark's got a clear shot at reds, playing as if snookered. It's okay. Oh, that looks trouble as well. It's a good shot actually, Clive, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was always trying to get behind a combination of yellow and blue to cut off any reply down the left.
Yeah, he screwed it off the side of the pack and sent the cue ball wider than usual. Got to be very careful here, Mark. Pack are fairly loose. Well, there certainly is a gap between yellow and brown, but whether it means that Mark can get to the edge of a red for safety, I don't know. He might have to play with the touch of right-hand side, and trouble with that shot is if he does play and go into the other reds, he could leave one over a pocket. So be very careful here. That's okay.
Hit the wrong red. I think he was playing thin off the one above it.
I'm sure he was, Clive. Yeah, I think he played the red that he just passed then, and that's why the shot looked so odd. It's just the wrong red that he went into. Anyhow, he left a difficult opener for O'Sullivan to the middle. Oh, he's got that. What a shot. I thought he might just drop it in, but he played it with a bit of force, and he may have the angle to shift the red that's close to the black spot here if he wants to. That would really develop everything. Well, he's played it all right. If he's on the other one, then he could be right in amongst them again very quickly.
No.
So much skill in what's happened in the last 2 or 3 shots, you wouldn't believe it. Made to look simple, but the black spot is now completely free. And there were 2 reds obstructing just then.
16.
Yes, it's not just the execution, it's the thinking.
He's always been a very quick thinker. Sometimes he's almost thinking down on the shot, which is actually something you're not meant to do. Changing his mind on shots, all the things that when you're coached, they say if you
24.
make a different decision halfway through a shot, you have to start again. But Ronnie gets away with it. And you saw him down on the shot looking up the table for where the next colour's coming from, which is something you're supposed to do when you're standing up. But he's got a gift. Stay done on that one, only just made it.
31. $32. $37. 38.
Well, to be candid, this is looking like paid practice for O'Sullivan.
Yeah, he hasn't moved out of very low gear in this match. And I've seen that a few times. Mark is an extremely good player, as
44.
I've been saying. He's in this tournament. He's ranked in the top 16 in the world.
45.
Many of the matches O'Sullivan's played in PTC events and various tournaments this season, he has just been like this, just getting through the match as if he's having a little walk in the park. In his case, of course, it would be a little jog in the park or run. Something he loves doing.
51.
It's been very, very easy. These best of sevens, we know they're a little twitchy, or they can be. Well, he's not having any of that. What it does do, Clive, it builds up what could be a mouth-watering game tonight. Ronnie O'Sullivan looking like he's going to be playing Ding Junhui, who's won the last 3 ranking events. That is possibly the match of the season 59. So far, in my view.
Well, it could be, although it's got to go some to beat Robertson v Carter as match of the week.
Yeah, but on a different level. It's, I think, one that we'd all anticipated. And
66.
As good as we've seen O'Sullivan here, that will be tough. And we spoke with Ding
67.
in the studio, and he said he can't remember the last time he played O'Sullivan. He's not played him for an awfully long time. That's because Ronnie doesn't play in every tournament. But I tell you, that will be a terrific game. Best of 11 frames.
72.
Don't miss that.
73.
O'Sullivan 90% pot success rate, despite a very patchy opening frame until he clinched it with 69.
Beautiful shot
79.
once again. That cannon played to perfection.
80.
Looks very much as if O'Sullivan is going to finish with back-to-back centuries. His career total at the moment is 715.
87.
In second place behind
88.
Stephen Hendry's 7.75. Hendry now having retired.
95. 96.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful play from O'Sullivan.
103. 105.
The last frame was only 6
108.
minutes odd. 6 minutes 31. This one isn't even up to the 6 minute mark yet.
Well, the break isn't, that's for sure. It's coming up to nearly 5 minutes 50 on the actual break.
117. 123.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 5 times world champion, finishes with back-to-back centuries of 101 and 130 and beats Mark Davis by 4 frames to 0.